хотим больше сисек, мы хотим больше...
Что самое главное в женщине?
Душа. Душа.
А как же сиськи?
Сиськи это хорошо, но главное это душа.
Welcome back everyone, and it's time to go balls deep. And as we all know by now, we must respect women. We must respect a woman. Women are queens.
If she breathes, he's a god!
But before we get into the women, let's go over everything we know about the arc so far, as it's now quite a bit more than it used to be. First off, we know it's been half a year since Asta and the others came to the Heart Kingdom and agreed to train with them to lend them their power for the coming war. Second off, the queen only has 6 months left to live, and we still don't know what she is capable of as far as fighting goes, so we pretty much know she's going to show off some combat spells soon. Thirdly, we know, as we've mentioned in past videos, Yuno may be a royal or noble, because at the end of chapter 229 there was a mysterious man lying unconscious outside of the church at Hajj village, murmuring about Yuno calling him Master Yuno. And lastly, it's finally time for the Spade Kingdom to begin attacking the Heart and Clover Kingdom, as they've already taken over most of the Diamond Kingdom. That's what we knew going into this week's chapter. So after reading it, there's a whole lot more to add here. For one, we know a bit more about everyone else's progression, and we've seen them all in action. And then we also know who exactly is in charge of the attack in the Spade Nation is planning, and his name is Dante. Now, these are people you do not want to pick a fight with. Even Lot was like, no fam, no boy, I don't want to fight these dudes.
Well, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
The Dark Triad is so confident in their strength that they let them train, and they don't care. They want this to be fun.
Of course!
But it's also understandable that the Spade Kingdom would be this confident. The Magic Knights are being trained by the Heart Kingdom, and they themselves weren't able to beat Megicula. So how could the Magic Knights ever hope to themselves? We were told that the Queen of the Heart Kingdom alone could destroy all the Magic Knights of the Clover Kingdom on her own. But even when she and Garja fought Megicula in the past, they lost to him completely, which gave Garja the scar that he has right now, and probably the Queen the curse that she has, where she's gonna die within a year, but now it's only 6 months left. So the allied forces must have some kind of strategy or secret weapon, right? And that's our boy Asta, of course, since the 3 predictions of Julius is coming true. And if they lose this war, Asta was specifically told to us that he would die, and this is without reason. This is because Asta is the biggest threat to Megicula's magic, since anti-magic counters everything. And mind you, this boy just got even more thick.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy! That's a thick-ass boy! Damn!
Now, the chapter begins with Noelle transporting the team to Asta, and it just goes to show her development within the 6 months in a seamless way. We have witnessed Noelle's progression in a marvelous manner, and I'm going to do a video on her soon on why she's probably one of the best female shonen characters in recent time. We all remember that she was just a girl that could not even control her own magic at all in chapter 1. Then she became more confident to transport the team into the underwater temple, then getting the Valkyrie dress, to now this, a person that is able to use this dress flying whilst moving others safely in a water ball. Noelle is even more honest with her feelings too at this point, where she admits she wanted to go with Asta to fight. We then see these beauties, and not only do they have the boobies, they have a soul, as my Russian friend was pointing out. They look even better than ever, which caused a few emotions to rise up between fans, if y'all get my drift.
You were the clock that was ticking in my home. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Barta out here is just trolling us, family. Honestly, he really is just teasing us at this point, as Noelle basically, she's just wearing booty shorts now, and she got even more thick, and Mimosa pretty much is similar. And then the next panel is Finro representing us as he's trying to complete No Nut November.
Nice.
He just can't resist talking to the women. We all respect the women, don't forget, guys. So he has apparently got engaged to Finesse. I don't know if that's how you pronounce this, but
Respectable woman.
his name. Holy shit, don't forget to respect women. But honestly, I'm happy for him. Mimosa then shows that she heals everyone with her magic. Multiple people all at the same time that were on the brink of fainting and dying. Remember that Mimosa was healing Raya in the Elf arc after he got stabbed, and it took her a while. So this may be a huge power up, and it seems quite insane where she would be able to heal those type of wounds with ease now. We then get exposition that the Queen likes what Asta is doing, as it's destroying the Spade military force positions before it's too late, giving them more leeway time and more position military force. You guys know how war works. Clearly I do as well with the way I'm talking. Mimosa, Luck and Leo have shown their growth as they seem to be trained by Garja or someone in the Heart Kingdom, as they can use rune magic, which empowers all their abilities to be around tier 1 or more. Since, you know, Leo mentions in this chapter that the Spade Knights are only tier 2, so it's an utter joke to them. They handle them like nothing and they explode, so they must be tier 1 or more. We then see the reveal of the Dark Triad in the Winter Spade Nation. At this point, I'm not going to be surprised if this kingdom has frost giants in the war, since Tabata is following the Norse mythology. The three characters are called Dante, Zenon and Varnica. They all have markings on their faces, which I'm guessing is their link to the devil Megicula. They all are sharing his power and have a contract with him, it seems. Or, you know, it can be rune magic similar to Julius Novachronos, something utterly broken that brought him back to life. Varnica's marking must be covered under her eye patch. Everyone's design is grey and menacing, really capturing the dark attributes we could describe the leaders of a nation that they are. By the way, guys, if you got to this point of the video, please can you tell me any topics of Black Clover you want me to explain or analyze in the comments? Upvote the topics that people have suggested in the comments, because that will tell me what you guys actually want as a community, and then I'll be able to do that for you. Also, can you smash the like button and the notification button to join our Black Clover community? Some of you are watching this video, you're not part of the community. Why not join it? Because we talk about Black Clover on a weekly basis on this channel, and I'll really appreciate if you can help us out. Now, as always, it's time for my deep theory. My theory for the week is my speculation regarding the throne of the Spade Kingdom. I think the Spade Kingdom wasn't always evil as they were right now, as in evil to the point that they are worshipping devils for hundreds and hundreds of years. For example, like other kingdoms, the possibility that the Spade Kingdom was run by a monarchy is highly likely. We know Augustus is the 13th of his name, and the Queen of the Heart Kingdom has been reigning supreme for over 1,000 years. The current queen has a curse by Megicula himself, and she apparently fought him already with Garja but lost. This could be the backstory towards when she herself got cursed. Now let me explain logically how this could make sense that the Dark Triad did a hostile takeover of the Spade Kingdom that caused the events we are watching to occur. As we all know by now, the rulers of the Spade Kingdom are awful. They treat low tier people like slaves, in which they must give their magic away and have a tyranny. The whole culture of the kingdom is upside down and evil to only meet the ruler's needs. The Spade Nation wants to take over all the other kingdoms to be unified as one under their rule. Now, what doesn't make sense to me is that if this tyranny and awful treatment of people was happening for 500 years like a monarchy, just like the other kingdoms, right? Why would the people choose to stay, and why would they not choose to plan a revolution, right? This is where Asta or Yuno come into play, because I think one of these guys have their backstory linked back to the Spade Nation. We have been told that there have been battles or small-scale wars between magical nations by the Heart Queen 3 chapters ago, but the scale of war that's happening right now, it seems to not have occurred for hundreds of years. What I'm trying to say is, if the Spade Nation was this utterly broken to the point where one of the members of the Dark Triad using Megicula's power can take out the Diamond Nation completely, what took them so long to decide to do it? Couldn't they have done it 100 years ago, or even 50? Now the answer to that question is simple. The Dark Triad must have only recently took over the Spade Kingdom by doing a hostile takeover of the original monarchy and have ruined the culture of the land. This is proven by the fact that Zenon says, why did they have to wait 6 months for no reason to invade the other kingdoms? He's basically saying, we're so overpowered, why didn't we just do this faster? He's asking the questions that I am, right? Furthermore, Dante specifically states in page 14 in chapter 231, have you gotten used to wielding the demon's power, Zenon? meaning that he only recruited him to wield the devil powers only recently and had to make him practice for years and years, just like Asta has been trying with the anti-magic demon. Now the difference is that these guys embrace the devil powers and they do evil acts, whilst Asta tries to do his own thing. Remember when the anti-magic demon, he offered to Asta, let me take over your body and subconscious and you'll be so powerful to the point where this guy's gonna be nothing to you. But then Asta refuses the deal. But these guys have accepted the deal, right? So the Triad have made a deal with Megicula and they have acquired these devil powers recently, which made them become evil to create a plan that would take over the other nations. They use these markings that they have, or runes let's say, to manifest the powers of Megicula to take over their bodies, because we know the devils need a body, right? Now again, this is indicated through the fact that in chapter 231, the woman with the child explains to Asta that right now the kingdom is run by the Dark Triad, meaning that beforehand there was different rulers that ran the kingdom. We can put a time frame that it must have happened around the time Noelle's mother died, and she was only 32 years old. This means these guys have taken over the kingdom around 16 years ago. This would make sense for the plot. The girl would say right now, insinuating the idea it has occurred only within a short period. There must have been another monarchy that ran the Spade Nation. This is further indicated by the fact that the civilians say, can we go back home right now? Will our magic power not be stolen anymore? Meaning that there could be a time where their magic power was never stolen and this sort of thing never used to happen. Moving on, in chapter 222, Dorothy explained to us that unless some sort of anomaly happens, a devil can appear in the world. Mages can use forbidden magic and contract with them by paying a price of some sort and use their power in a limited way. So the contract that the Dark Triad made with Megicula, it seems to be the markings that they have on their face, and the price that they pay is their bodies and him being the ruler of the entire world and kingdoms once they take over everything. The King Dante at the end said that everything needed to be prepared for their invasion. Now as I said in my video last week, Asta or Yuno must be linked to the Spade Nation now in conjunction with the story, because Yuno has been called Master Yuno by a random man that somehow knew that he lived at Hodge Village at a specific orphanage that he was left at. How can he have this knowledge unless it was planned by someone from the start? This narrative aligns with the original Spade monarchy being taken out through a hostile takeover, and then what if, and this is a big if to the theory, they decided to make a plan that the last member of the monarchy, which is Yuno, to be taken to another country because he would otherwise be killed by the Triad and his safety wouldn't be guaranteed. Is your mind blown? Because it must be. No, I'm joking. We can then involve Asta into this theory by saying Asta's mother would have been pregnant with him that caused his mutation to occur in the Candelo that transports them, which caused him to have no magic as a baby. What about that, fam? So Mimosa said in chapter 231 that even she as a royal, her powers cannot bring their magic back, right? So this kind of does make sense. So that's my balls deep theory for the week. It's all starting to link up now, where Asta or the devil or Yuno are from the Spade Nation, and they are playing this Napoleon type figure, which they must destroy the people that ruined the Spade Nation under tyranny, just like a French Revolution. Anyway guys, that's everything that I wanted to say about the chapter for this week. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter to keep up with me and as I discuss Black Clover and other anime, and I'll see you guys next time.